The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 40, Nasdaq's up 28, S&Ps are up 3.5. You have the gold contract up trading $1.80 at $12.91 an ounce. We have silver down 4 cents, $17.02. Platinum up $7, $9.88 an ounce. You get the light sweet crude market down 42 cents, $48.17 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 3 ticks, 126.21. 30-year bond down 8 ticks, 155.03. King dollar down 169 ticks at 93.135. The euro is at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at 109 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top. On the side, you can hit that banner, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can trade along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. Now, this morning out here, S&P, NASDAQ, I don't expect that we're going to have a lot of volatility out here today. Why? Because as I said, with the way that the market, folks, it takes a huge amount of energy to either go up fast or go down fast. And yesterday, bottom line, took a huge amount of energy out of it. That, and in the context of Mondays and Fridays in the summer, guess what? It's hard to markets to basically get more energy going. That being said, what we have out here this morning, you have the CPI come out. So CPI comes out, what ends up happening? You take a look at the euro. Euro out here intraday. What does it do? You get a nice spike. That euro spiked from a price point of 117.60 all the way up to the 118.35 number. And what that was doing, that was coming into last Friday. So last Friday, what you had is that's when the dollar got off the bottom. Bottom line, euro had gone from 118 to 117.28. And we go back over and we take a look at the gold market. We just take a look at the gold market. What you have inside gold. Gold has caught a beautiful bid this week. Okay, we just went from 12.57. It took out the B point of an ABC structure on the way up. That has a price projection of 13.23. Now, that being said, where's the divergence? Well, the divergence, folks, is in the dollar. Because the dollar it got off the bottom last Friday. It got off the bottom, and as it come off that bottom, what you had, let me get this up here. So you had the price spread. We had 31,000 contracts, which is good contract volume. You come off that, you come off it. What that had done, finally, okay, since January 3rd, folks, the dollar's been going down, okay? So it goes down from January 3rd up until August 2nd. So that's saying it wants to bounce, okay? And here's where the divergence comes in, because gold wants to do an ABC structure up, dollar wants to move. It's like, okay. So what do we do out here today? Intraday, what ends up happening is that CPI comes out, dollar dives all the way down, fast, furious, all of the above. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, my take on this is that and let's go over and take a look at that Nadex platform, because we'll show you where, when you start talking defined risk, folks, okay, if you have, my take is that the dollar wants to do a counter trend bounce. If you want to do a counter trend bounce, what ends up happening, if you inside the Nadex platform, you can trade currencies, you can trade indices, you can trade commodities, okay? And what you're going to see, the lineups are pretty cool. So when you're talking about defined risk, as that euro is popping out here this morning, defined risk is a huge deal. So bottom line, there's a box out here, in the euro, the bottom of that euro okay, is 165. I mean 116.45. The top was 18.95. Bottom line, you were up there, and what did I get? So I sold this thing at looks like 118.18, and I'll just show you what the difference is. So per contract, this gets pretty cool. 118.18, particularly on a Friday. So at 118.18, I had a maximum loss risk of $77 and a maximum gain of 173. Now that's if it got down to 16.45. I certainly don't think it's going to get down to 16.45. But when you get a pop like that and you bullish the dollar, which I am right now, that wasn't a bad setup. You know, so we'll see where it shakes out by the end of the day. Also, inside the gold market, same type of setup. Now, inside the gold market, it actually got more intriguing because inside the gold market, what you had is that I know we have an ABC structure up until the 1323 level, but what you also have is that silver wasn't moving, okay? The dollar wasn't cracking with volume. So the bottom line is that inside the gold market, when you're talking about defined risk, I think I sold this at 94. Yeah, 94.5. So when you take a look at particularly, well, either one of them, when you're in the gold market, the risk per contract is only $55 for 445. You know, so that's what you're going to be looking for. That's why we suggest that when you take a look at the Nadex platform, you turn around and you get used to, number one, these spreads, number two, how these babies trade, and what you're looking for, of course, is that, what I'm always looking for, I'm looking for spikes, basically. You know, you're looking for, inside the dollar index, it was just, let's see, pull this down here. So what you have here is that as you know, a normal occurrence with last Friday, we took off from the 92.580. Well, God, you know, it could hit that, but what you're going to see intraday, what we had out here intraday, is that intraday you had the spike down, and it got away from that number so quick, and that was the second spike down. The first one had the volume on it. The second one had less volume, but. S&Ps, Dow Industrials, we're going to have some movement out here, but I expect what we're going to see is that we're going to see that baby go topside and the volume's going to start contracting. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
How you doing today, man?
Doing great. Yourself?
Doing fantastic.
Yeah, I know we were talking yesterday, and I heard you got a ranch. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yes, finally got the horses and the family all in the same location.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Well, you know, out here this morning, there's nothing like when you got an aspect of fast currency markets, fast commodity markets, and of course, yesterday was a trip in itself. You know what I mean?
Oh man, there's been all sorts of action going on. I've been, you know, staying in touch with everything and trying to get back to the game fully.
Yeah, you stay right there, folks. Darrell and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 59, Nasdaq's up 33, S&Ps are up 6.5, gold contracts up $1.80. We have silver down 5 cents. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 54. You get the Nasdaq up 34. S&Ps are up 6.5. Darrell, between this dollar last Friday finally got off the floor since January 3rd. It's going to be interesting to see, what can it do? Is it going to be the deadest of dead cat bounces, or are we going to get a little juice underneath it?
Yeah, we've had a little bit some nice action movement, a little bit in gold, and obviously the currencies. I've been trading this morning gold, Aussie dollar, dollar yen, dollar CAD. So but I'm sure we're going to get a whole lot more. You're looking over at DX, I'm sure.
Yes.
Get there, and but over on Nadex, I've just been playing. You can play the dollar through the currency pairs as well.
Oh no doubt. No, I sold that euro in that spike. And the euro's had a great run, and I expect what we're going to see is that we get a dead cat bounce inside the dollar, and it looks to me that like DX is going to basically after this dead cat bounce, whether it's going to take a month, who knows? But 88 I think is coming at us, which is going to be kind of shocking. If you get an $88, folks, we're going to have basically a 1,400. Probably gold contract, but we'll see where what's going to basically push it there. I want to see something for a second. Iron ore this morning. Okay, so iron ore is staying at, yeah, it's all right. It's staying at $570 a ton. It's not bad.
So what are you looking at there?
Well, it's what I've seen. Like when the commodity run started in 2002, it was copper that started it. Well, I don't know what started it, but copper moved first. And that's what's happened on this run. Copper really, has caught a bid, and a good bid. And, in 2002, copper was at 62 cents. And then, bottom line is that baby just never looked back. And, it's...
Well, what's interesting with that is, copper obviously is heavily impacted by housing markets.
Yeah.
And... the housing market is on fire right now.
Yeah.
It's just flying up. And, I'm selling my house right now because I'm moving to the new ranch.
Okay.
And the equity in it is just unreal. And,
yeah.
And the ranch is further out, so it didn't catch all that fire. So it's a nice move. I'm selling the one that's really hot.
That's really cool when you do that. Now, I understand what you're saying. So where you were, and that's crucial, basically people, it caught fire. Where you're going didn't catch as much fire, but, you're just moving. Yeah, you're doing a lateral move, getting much more, and that...
Selling high and buying low.
Well, the cool thing is, the cool thing here, folks, is that when you do that, most of the times, and I suspect this market, people aren't over their head. I mean, this real estate market's going to go for a while, folks. I had people asking me yesterday, down in St. Pete, they feel like it's a bubble. It's because people in Florida just have been so used to real estate so inexpensive. I said, not even close, man. These things are still cash flowing like beyond belief. What happens in the real estate market, folks, is that first it has to get up that they don't cash flow. Then you need about another year and a half after that you're playing musical chairs, that you're just hoping to buy something and someone else is going to pay more money. And we're not even close to that. I mean, they cash flow, and they're cash flowing at 10 or 11%. So that's, there's a long way to go. But the cool thing what you're doing is that what I've seen, if I'm right in the context that, the stretch is out, whether it's 3 or 4 more years, that will catch up where you're moving to, too. That's what ends up happening.
Yeah, the place we're buying is it's off of Major Highway 114.
Yeah.
And, we got, like 15 acres back off of it and everything. But it's zone commercial.
Wow.
And,
that's big. Yeah.
We got it for a pretty nice discount just because the way it was ready to, move.
Yep.
But, we plan on by the time, we bought a ranch mainly because my daughter, Felicity, and, all of her professional barrel racing she does. And so by the time she's ready to go off to, college,
right,
we honestly expect for it to be worth 3-4 times as much just based on where it is and the location and everything else.
Yeah, and all the people moving to Texas, right? It's what happens, folks, in Texas and Florida. This is where if you ever grew up in Florida, folks, okay, if you're not a multi-billionaire, there's something wrong, because everyone moves down here. All you have to do is buy anything. It's just the amount of people that just come in, particularly in Pinellas County. It's like, I've watched it. I've watched the folks that have been here a long time. Because it was all farmland. It was the same thing. Where Pinellas County used to be farmland. And it's like, well, it's the densest county in Florida.
Built up all around them, and so now they're selling their ranches off for a fortune.
Yeah, right.
You're talking, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 an acre.
Right.
And then they're moving back out to further out to the country.
Yeah, because they know that's going to be another 20, 30 years going to be the same deal, which is great.
Exactly. Yeah. I hope it does that around ours, because I do want to sell it off in about 10 years.
Sure.
And if it's 20 years, that's fine. I love it.
Well, but, I want to see that big trading room in that barn of yours, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a setup. I'll tell you that right now.
So let's go over, folks, and take a look at this gold contract. So. Gold, folks, is in an ABC structure on the way up. And we took out the B point. You took it out Tuesday. So you get 2 different things happening. Your last 2 swing points at 1305.50, which is the high of the 6th of June, as well as April 17th, which is 1307. Now, that ABC structure get you a price projection of about 1323. That being said, the cool thing there is that 1323 is going to take you over, of course, the 1307, and so that sets up on a longer-term basis. If we put this on a continuous contract, it looks to me that this thing's actually going to go to 1338, and it probably will go to 1370, because we've been in this consolidation for quite a while, and because of the downdraft from November, that election, we went from 1338 to 1218 in about a heartbeat. And if you take a look at the other PE, watch this, if we take a look at many of the other things that operated like that, if we start with the peso, what you're going to see, the peso got killed. Well, guess what? The peso is just as strong as it was before the election. So a lot of these things have come back to the January time frame, including the good old dollar, So it brings a lot of opportunities in order to trade kind of both sides of that market. The Friday.
If we get a breakout there with volume, are you looking at if we actually break there with some really strong volume for a big move, but if it like breaks it with weak volume, they're looking for that pullback?
On what one now?
On gold.
On gold, the only reason I showed gold this morning is that you get a Friday, and I love the way that when that CPI number come out, gold couldn't spike as much as it should have. So I saw two different things, okay? That I know you get the ABC up, okay, but gold only could spike to 12.98. It's like, okay, man, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the way that the euro spiked, it's like if this was a Monday or Tuesday, I wouldn't have sold it. But Friday, it's good enough. It went into the fear. They'll sell the heck out of this thing into the close. That's what I'm expecting. Stay right there, folks. Darrell and I are coming right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. You come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can come along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And there's nothing like defined option contract, folks, especially when we get a little volatility out here. So the one of the Tigers want to know, Darrell. Let's see, what type of Nadex instruments have you been using these days? We know you always do a few sophisticated trades out here.
Yeah, I trade binaries and I trade spreads. So I really don't have a favorite of markets. I sort of trade whatever's moving.
Yeah, exactly.
And the way I sort of pick what's moving is I look what's in the news, not the news announcements. I have my whole thing where I statistically look at how each government announcement makes each market move and all that.
Right.
But just when you turn the TV on, when you pick up a paper, whatever, when you look at the covers of magazines, what's being talked about? Is oil being talked about a lot? Is gold being talked about a lot?
Right.
What is a big topic? Is Europe and Brexit and whatever? If there's a lot of conversation about something, that usually means there's a lot of volume, because people start thinking about that in the back of their minds, and they go to their computers and they start picking what they're going to trade.
Yes.
And where the volume is where the volatility is.
Right.
And the more I'd say the more predictable volatility is.
No doubt.
And so that helps me a little bit. Go, okay, it doesn't mean I'm going to focus on that, but I'm going to pull those charts up first. And if I see that they're getting some good movement and some nice setups, then that's where I'm going to focus that day.
Right. And what he's also talking about, more spreads of binaries. And Darrell and I were talking yesterday. What happens, folks, is that it's going to be more spreads, because spreads are just like the futures market.
Exactly. You can go in there and you can really, if you use the trick on these, a lot of
that's
people.
What I did this morning. These are just like future trades. It's just both of them were right at the money. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't so you're putting much less money up, and you have much less money at risk, and you can get the same reward. We get a bigger reward because you don't have as much risk. So.
Exactly. You can go with the lower risk, like right near the spread floor and ceiling with low risk.
Right.
If you're looking on a big move. If you're looking for smaller moves like 10, 20, 30 ticks, then I'll use what I call near the market, where the bid offer is very close to where the market price is. And if I want to get a really big move on one of those, but I'm more like, if I'm trading more like I would trade futures, where I would actually take a stop, type thing, then I'll choose the daily contract, because they move at pretty much 95, 99% of the speed of the underlying market. And the further away they are from a floor or ceiling, the faster that contract moves. And so I'll choose those. And if I want to really lower my risk, and I know this is going like real advanced, but we'll be talking about this at an upcoming event soon. But if I want to really lower my risk, then what I'll do is I'll choose the daily near the market contract, so I get all the speed in my direction and all the prof potential, potentially in my direction.
Yes.
And then I'll put a hedge on, which basically just means, let's say I bought a spread, a big daily spread that, the market was like sitting right in the middle of those two floor and ceilings there.
Right.
And I'll sell like a short term, like a 2-hour spread. And it'll let me have, like a $10 stop loss with, like 100 pip, or $10 risk with like a 100 pip stop loss.
Yes.
And I call it the ultimate hedge. And it's nothing more than a married put or married call that people do, on stocks and things like that. But I get to do it on a daily basis, which means my contract, and this is a beautiful thing that people don't realize. If you're an option trader, especially, you understand it. But when you have like those Friday expiration options and how they're cheap and they move fast.
Right.
So you get, like, if you bought a future and you went and, bought a put on the S&P 500 futures, you get a really good hedge today because it moves fast.
Right.
The contract will give you better protection than if you bought one on Monday that had a Friday expiration.
Exactly. Right.
Slower. So every single day on Nadex, you get that Friday expiration type option.
You do. I know.
And so
I'm sorry.
Go in and hedge my futures. I can hedge my spreads. I can hedge my spot forex positions. Of course, the beautiful thing about doing both of them in Nadex is the P&L is in the same account.
Right.
So, I'm losing on one, I'm making on the other, and I'm making in the exact same account.
Right. And what happens, folks, to stay with that question about the spreads of the binaries, this is what I found. If you think there's, and this is what you always want to check on, too. So let's picture whether I'm going long or short the gold market or the euro or the NDX 100. If I think there's going to be a very large move, I always go to the spreads first. But what you have to do if you think it's a large move, you have to go to the binaries, because what you're going to see is that I made a mistake 2 days ago. And what happened is it worked out all right. I got the spread, but I thought the move was going to be so big, which it was, okay, coming into the close. I got that coming into the close. I could have got the binary for less money because no, this was in the gold market. It was in the gold market. That's what it was. And it was on the way up, actually. So, and what happened is that you got to check the binary because when it's over like a $5 move that you're looking for, go to the binary because they'll be so far out of the money. Do you know what I'm saying? And I didn't recognize it when I did it, and then all of a sudden I recognized it a couple hours later. I said, oh, my God, why didn't I check that binary? Because I was looking for a larger move. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, one of the things you could do is you could use that spread and maybe do a little less contracts.
Yeah.
And then you could put your money in those binaries. So just in case it didn't move as far as you thought,
right,
you could have some profit. Let's say you were right, it moved, but maybe not as far as you thought it would. You'd have that profit on that spread to cover that really low risk binary. But when you're right, not only did you cover that risk on the spread if it moved in your direction enough, but if it moved enough for those binaries, I mean, then you knock it out of the park and you have a nice payday.
Yeah, big time. Hey, we get our man Tommy O'Brien with us too. What's going on?
Good morning. Hello.
Oh, look at
Good
you.
morning.
You're on film and everything. What a beautiful thing that is.
Hey, so how did
you
realize that those binaries were out there? What got into your head? How'd that
you
happen?
told me. I know.
Yeah, part of the story.
It is. I was showing him what I had. He says, "Oh man, he didn't check that binary, man." It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, just a little bit real quick as we come in. What you were looking at is that you had paid a decent amount of premium for a $5 move in gold.
Right.
And my kind of point was, man, if you're looking for big gold is that that far out of the money, just to at least look at the binaries because in that case a $5 $6 move moving gold, the risk maybe 10 or 15 to make 85, and realistically if you're only expecting a $6 to $10 move, right? I mean that's it's just to keep on your radar, think about as you make those out of the money type, because what you were bringing up was that the premiums on the spreads were so small, and that's what I was kind of pointing out was, well, they're small because you're really far of the money. If you're making a $6 directional gold trade, it doesn't seem like that much.
I think I put up
on the day that you made it. I think gold was
no, go ahead.
Gold was up a lot. It had already moved a lot, so 5 or 6 might out of reach. Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darrell, myself, we're coming right back. We got the Dow Industrials right now. Up 46, Nasdaq's up 35, S&P's up 6.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling out here in this great Friday in the beginning of August. So, hey, Darrell, how hot is it where you are?
Oh man, we've had like 103, 104 degree days. It's been pretty rough.
Yeah, it's rough here too, man. It's rough here too. We got another 6 weeks.
You know, just talking about the heat. I wasn't going to bring it up, but the reason why I'm at home right now, the reason why I was out at the beginning of the show is because I had an AC technician coming here because this August heat was just my AC couldn't keep up, man. So I had to get him out here. Oof.
Doing a number on it. Yeah, right. Totally.
It's intense this August heat across for sure.
So
Just got to go out to the ocean, you know. So go out sailing or whatever.
Yeah, no doubt. That's all right. I'm sure that this is the only 6 weeks of the year we complain, folks. The rest of the time we're basically giving the rest of the world a hard time that our weather's so great. There's no doubt about that.
God takes the good with the bad. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, totally. So if we take it, you know, what you have out here, so picture, folks, you came down hard yesterday. You got a bounce going out here today. You get Friday. You're in the doldrums of summer, and what you're going to see, I mean, this is about as anemic as you can get. It's pretty wild. So if we take a look at the SPY, you know, we came down to 120 million yesterday, or 23 on the way up, so we'll probably do about, you know, maybe 50 or 60. That's a classic B2C of an ABC structure on the way down. The Qs, kind of the same type of setup. You know, now I suspect that even on Monday, you know, this market's deviant enough that, you know, it'll get a small bounce, but it'll be on light volume. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll see what the market brings. But this was quite a break downtown, you know. Larry had a guest on this morning, good guest, and he brought up a point. There's no doubt he's right. You know, these have been all one-day wonders. You know what I mean? You get out for 1 or 2 days, and bang, you're all the way back up. The market shakes it off. So we'll see whether this time is different or not. Yeah, seriously.
It's been a nice August. You know, we didn't have to wait till after Labor Day to get some nice moves. It's been a good summer overall.
No, it has, and you know, the kids went back to school in Florida, well, in Pinellas County, Hillsborough County this week. And what I've seen happen in the last 20 years or whatever is that it used to be flat out in the, you know, 94, really up to 2000. It would go right to Labor Day, man. I mean, do you know what I mean? That was a normal occur, you know, that was the summer. But that changed, man. You know, it's like all of a sudden it was August 15th that all of a sudden, you know, people had to start doing things and get ready. Do you know what I'm saying? And there was more action, you know?
Well, back when I went to school, I remember getting to go a lot of times, you know, because they celebrate birthdays at school and all that.
Yes.
I remember not getting to celebrate mine because we went to school after Labor Day. That's when we started.
Yeah. The
Thursday
after Labor Day, yeah.
Yeah, my day's always like my birthday's like always right on around Labor Day.
Okay.
And so every once in a while I'd go before, but most of the time I went after. And
Right.
now they go to school second, third week of August. They're going to school.
Right. Which brings the parents back, which brings the traders back, which does all of that. Do you know what I mean? So.
Exactly.
And I suspect, another 2 weeks, then you're going to see this volatility really get into place. Hey, Darrell, I don't know if you had seen this, but this is going to be really wild. I can't wait to see, what the end result is. I don't think we'll know the full end result. But a trader had put on a monster VIX trade about, Tommy, what's it, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, right? Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
And it had to hit 15 to get in the money, but this is a trade that the guy, it was one of the largest VIX trades ever. You're talking like 245 million that could be made. And he was coming in the money at 15, and Tommy and I were thinking yesterday, okay, did he take some of it out? Yes, off yesterday. Today it hit 17.28. It's like, okay, that's a trade that you absolutely have to trade because we know the VIX doesn't stay up for long periods of time. It spikes,
Right.
pulls back, spikes, pulls back.
What do you hop in when it was like 10 or 11?
No, he was down at the 9.5. Yeah.
Wow.
It was one of those deals that, right when you heard everywhere that, things are different, complacency's there, and then all of a sudden it came across the screen that we'll be able to find that. We got to find that next week, Tommy, because that's still out here. Meaning they
like the VIX futures, or was he in there buying like the VIX options?
all the options, and it showed actually what he bought, meaning he's got a spread on, and he's got a top side. He can't let the top side, I think, go over 55, I think, right? Remember, there was a top side to it, too, that he could lose money if it got over that.
He got a buy type spread in there?
Yeah, so he's looking for between, I think, he sold the 55s to pay for some of the trade, I believe. That's,
Like a broken wing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a couple wings on it, exactly. That's exactly what he had. We'll find it, though, next week. If I had more time right now, I'd find it, because I want to write that trade down.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be looking at that and say, oh, my God.
I know. What's going on is good luck Googling VIX, and there's so much news coming. I was trying it myself, with yesterday and 2 days, you Google VIX. There's plenty of people talking about the VIX over the last 2 days to try and find some.
Yeah. Well, because the nervousness, folks, okay, the Dow, I believe, it wasn't even down 1%. Well, the S&P, so the VIX is the S&P. So the S&P was down 1.3% yesterday, and the VIX went from 1156 to 1617. That means that people are so nervous. I mean, you're talking about only a 1.3% move in the S&P, and everyone decided that they had to buy insurance right then and there. So it's like, really? But that's, if they haven't bought insurance, guess what? When the hurricane's coming, it's more expensive. In fact, in Florida, I'm sure the same in Texas, folks, Darrell, right? If a hurricane is coming, folks, in Florida, guess what? No one sells insurance. You can't even close on a house. It's that intense. Now that space.
It'd have to be a pretty catastrophic hurricane to get it all the way up to Dallas.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, down here, what happens is that if we have a hurricane that's coming, you can't get insurance. Once it goes, a week and a half later, you're all right. But that's when I was first down here, I said, that's unheard of. I said, what are you talking about? But then that's it. But I guess if I was in the insurance company, I said, why would you sell insurance when
it's not a risk game when you know it's coming?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a risk game, right? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll sell it to you, but they're going to sell it to you on the probability that you're the storm in 24 hours.
Exactly.
And that's not the rate that anybody.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that would, the deviation levels on that would be pretty intense, right? Yeah, no doubt. Dow right now is up. Let's go take a look and see what we have inside these indices anyway. So inside the Dow, the leader out here looks like it's going to be Apple. Apple's putting 14 positive points. Home Depot 11, McDonald's 10. Taken away from it is Goldman. That's minus 14. Travelers minus 5. Exxon minus 2. Excuse me, folks. Stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tommy, myself, we're coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade. Think or swim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Bring up the platform, come over to our website, they'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And then Sunday night, folks, you can be trading these currencies out here, because I expect these currencies are going to stay volatile. As you come over to TFNN, don't forget about our Facebook contest. So Darrell, we're having a contest the whole month of August. On Facebook, each and every day we give something away. We're going to end up giving away about $5,000 worth of prizes for the month. And each and every day they have to guess a different indice, meaning either the NASDAQ, the S&Ps, the Dow, the close. Today's first prize is a month of the path of least resistance. That's our man, Mr. Dave White. Second prize is a subscription to the Tech Insider. Third prize is a Thinkorswim mousepad. And then we do a random drive of the Constitution. So what are they going to pick out today, Tommy?
I believe it's the S&P 500. It should be right on our. I can jump over there. I believe it's the S&P 500.
Cool.
And what was yesterday, of course, people struggled a little bit. The guesses were farther away than they usually were. Why? Because, man, we had some market action yesterday. Good luck to anybody trying to peg the number. But yeah, S&P 500, but you can see right on the front page of TFNN, second in the carousel, underneath our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Head on over to our Facebook page, and I'm just trying to jump over there. But I believe it's S&P 500. But again, you can get there from the front page of TFNN, or you can just search for TFNN right in Facebook, and it is the S&P 500. And just remember, you need to guess before 3:30 Eastern. So get in there.
Get in there. Folks, stay right there. We got swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, then Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Darrell, great talking to you.
Basil Chapman at noon, too. Basil Chapman at noon. There we go.
Absolutely. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Dow right now up 53. NASDAQ up 33.
Basil Chapman will be giving a 2-series webinar Wednesday, August 2nd and Wednesday, August 16th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Can sector rotation buoy the market into 2018? Each time the market feels it's ready to have a sharp decline, formerly weak sectors rally to hold the market up. This 2-webinar series will be free for Basil's opening call subscribers, and non-subscribers will also receive his daily newsletter for 1 month free as a trial subscription. Sign up for a 30-day free trial to Basil's daily newsletter, The Opening Call, and gain access to his subscriber-only webinar on August 2nd and Wednesday, August 16th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Can sector rotation buoy the market into 2018?
Hi everyone, this is Basil Chapman, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at my webinar series.
To sign up for a 30-day free trial to Basil's daily newsletter and gain access to Basil's webinar, visit the front page of TFNN.com.